Hey everyone, it's JenzTEN96, day 11. 11 is a brilliant number. It is the portal, the portal to your to the universe, to a new beginning. I love the number 11. It's standing strong and solid. Okay, so yesterday I did a quick escape, hit and run, because I had to be clearing out the property I was leaving and try and rescue my cat and bring him over here, but that's not been done yet. And I did promise to talk about something to do with home. I don't know why I was where my brain was going, because the day before I did promise to go take you through my journey of going through my own course. And I did have a comment from a friend who's really keen to follow me on my course and my journey. She's going to follow my steps and each stage and each journal prompt or whatever I'm going to put out there. She's going to do the same thing. Anyway, tonight's going to be a bit of a Jackanory time. Does anybody remember Jackanory? I think it was 5 o'clock or 4:30 on BBC every day, every weekday for children. And it was a famous person reading from a storybook. And it was called Jackanory's, and they used to just read a story, literally read a story from the book as you're watching them. And then they'd have pictures come up as well, some really lovely children's pictures, children's illustrations. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to do a similar thing, but without the pictures, because I'm going to be starting my Diamonds Life program. Now, my program runs for a year, okay? That's a real heavy-duty, total transformation of your life, getting you out of your stuckness, clearing your trauma, changing your subconscious mind, shift, which I've been using for the last 20 years. And every stage I've had a shift myself because I've been doing my own program. Okay, so this year, I didn't actually start it in January this year. I had a bit of a blip the year before with my eldest son passing. So everything was skewed with new things came into my radar, new ways of doing things, moved to Costa Rica, went back for 4 months to the UK and came back again. So lots of things have changed and shifted, and lots of learning and lots of healing has gone on. So I'm picking up the threads and then continuing, but I'm going to take you from where I've been from module 1 and take you to the point at which I'm continuing on my course, on my journey. Now, the whole point of this program, the framework of this program is Diamonds Shine, Diamonds, Shine. Okay, and it's an acronym for my 9-step process, 9-step principles that I have been using to make these shifts, achieve these goals, and help my clients do the same thing. Okay, whether it's in business, whether it's in love, relationships, money, these 9 principles hold true because I've taken them from other people's main principles, like Napoleon Hill and Neville Goddard and Bob Proctor. These people have these very similar steps that they take. I mean, they've had 1 or 2 more than I have in different ways, and I've added a few that I've experienced that I needed to work with my clients, that I know that they needed to have as principles. Okay, so I've worked with this for so many years. And what I've done is made it into a lifelong program, and I use the 9 principles in whichever program I'm using. Okay, so the beginning of this is it's got several worksheets, and this actually has a story in it that explains what I do and how I do it, and I'm going to read it to you. So if you want to come back in 5 minutes after the boring stuff, then please leave now. Okay, if not, I shall begin. So, somewhere along our life path, we may lose that spark that we've been born with, that magical special spark that we've been born with. Now, we could have lost it in childhood. It could be in our teens. It may be after years of success into adulthood, when finally that flame goes out and you can't seem to get it back. You know deep down within that you have so much to offer the world, and you try to remember who you are and why you are here, to see if you can get it back with no joy. Yeah, it's not coming back. You're stuck. So let me take hold of your imagination and take you on a journey. Okay? Just imagine waking up one morning and you find yourself in the land of angst and despair. Here, everything in your life is hard work. Nothing seems to go right. You feel numb, lifeless, lost. The life you dreamed of when you were young is a dim and distant memory. Your deep desires are beginning to lose their flame. You may have been betrayed, hurt, and feel exhausted. You can't seem to find a way forward. You know you have something special that you want to share with the world, but you can't seem to find a way to shine your beacon and get your message out there. Then you hear from a good friend about an island far away where all the people there are wise and wealthy and healthy and happy, and some of them are even hot. Inspiration Island. You hear that the island is beautiful and lush with ideas, where the sun shines every day. Over there, you can feed your soul on love by the basket load. You can speak your truth and you hear your heart sing. On this island, it is easy to see and believe in your infinite potential. The air is clear and gives you new insights into what's possible for your life. You can be, do, and have anything. How cool is that? Take me there now. This is the place where your work becomes play again, just like when you were a child. You can be a player in a fantastic game where you make the rules. You set the boundaries and you know what it takes to score the points. You play your game your way. Yes, it's hard, but oh, so much fun when you win. You learn new habits, building character and perseverance to help you achieve no matter what. You can become the leader in your own life, and you soon attract a tribe of people, a tribe of supporters to champion your vision. All the leaders want to join you and offer you lucrative deals. Nothing is impossible, and you are unstoppable. Your inner blocks and traumas have melted away. You just know that on Inspiration Island, you will begin to feel alive again. You can live a life that lights you up. And all it takes to get there is a blueprint for the journey and a captain to navigate your flight. You decide that you must find a way to get to Inspiration Island because you know that is where you belong. This is where you can do what you were born to do. There you can shine your light. Your friend tells you that there is a regular flight that leads from Inspiration Junction Airport, and it leaves in 10 minutes. Now, Inspiration Junction was a group that I started in Hastings in 2009 for inspired people, business owners, and people who want to be in business or people who wanted to start projects. Created this group that we met once a month and we made magic. Some people wrote books, some people started businesses, some people started healing practices. It was incredible. Everybody just getting together and sharing ideas. It was incredible. Anyway, I digress. So, okay, so this flight leaves from Inspiration Junction Airport and it is leaving in 10 minutes. You know that you have to be there at any cost, as you don't want to waste any more of your life in the land of angst and despair. You arrive, you board, and you take your seat. Now, the captain announces that the flight will not be easy. There will be turbulence because the route to Inspiration Island is difficult. You will be flying through the winds of change. However, the captain assures you that she has the perfect blueprint and knows the route well. You will arrive safely no matter what. Okay, so let's come back in the room. Okay, so that's the end of my little tale. Now, if you've found yourself in an unhappy place where you can't seem to make headway, and you know something has to change, you want to feel alive and have that fire in your belly again, you want that spark to be inspired to go for your audacious goals, your heart's true desires, then think of me as your flight. Think of me as the captain to that flight to Inspiration Island, the route to living a life that lights you up. Okay, and I'm going to talk about, not feeling angst and despair anymore. So, I mean, if you want a copy of this, I can actually send it to you. If you get in touch with me, I can send you this little blurb for the beginning of the program. Okay, it gets you started, and then I actually go into what the 9 steps are. Decide. Sorry. Let me just do that. Let me do it now. Where is it? Okie dokie. So here you are. Oh, you can't see it. Right. There is a way to do this, I think. I did it yesterday, and I had it all loaded. Anyway, I'll show you another time. All right. So the 9 stages are: decide to commit, which is D. I, illuminate your desires. A is align your beliefs. M is map your values. O is organize your actions. N is neutralize your clutter. D is develop daily habits. And S is strengthen your connections. And shine is shine in your sovereignty. Okay, so when I get the actual diagram loaded tomorrow, I'll show you what that is, and I'll explain each of the 9 principles. But I think it's only fair for me to have the actual visual, so I can actually talk about each of them. So deciding to commit is the first module, okay? And I have 9 questions, 10 in lies now. I have 5 magic questions in my module 1, deciding to commit. Now, before you even do anything, because most coaching programs start with, okay, set your goals, or even before that, what's the problem? Set your goals. Where do you want to get to? Take the action, and make the plan. Take the action. Whereas I thought we needed to go one step before that, because without the commitment, without the level of commitment that's needed to take the journey, there's no point, because you can get halfway through and decide, okay, well, I don't really want to do this. I never wanted to do it in the first place. It's somebody else's dream. It's going to be too hard, blah, blah, blah. So making sure that you are absolutely committed to doing this journey is absolutely paramount. And I've got 5 questions that I have asked myself and my clients ask my clients. And they are, who do you want to become? Who do I want to become? To actually achieve these goals, I have to be somebody different to who I am now. Otherwise, I would have these goals. So I've got to be somebody different. So who do I want to become? Then, what do I love to do? What do I want to do? What excites me? Okay, so go through all the things that you'd love to do. And then, what do you want to have? Yeah? What are the things, if money was no object, if time was no object, you had all the time in the world, and all the money, what are the things that you would really, really love to have? And then just really go just audacious, have everything, all the juicy things that you want to have, yeah? And then the 2 final questions are you able? Of course you're able. You know you're able. If you're not able, you'll be the first one. You'll be the first one to achieve whatever it is you're trying to achieve, yeah? And obviously, maybe somebody else has already achieved that, so definitely you can do that too. And then the last question, are you willing? What will it take? Are you willing to do whatever it takes to make this thing happen, or these things happen? So those are my 5 magic questions, and I'm going to answer my own these questions over the next few days, okay? And you'll see the kind of thing that I work with my clients, and see where I'm at with the whole thing, okay? And so today's question is, who do you want to become? Now, I want to become, I've got my notes here, okay? So I'm going to read them off. It's 2 pages, okay? I'm going to read them off because the kind of person I want to become, my North Star is to be running retreats in Costa Rica and to be affecting people's lives, changing people's lives, and to be able to travel. But the main thing is to have this retreat in Costa Rica within the next 3 years, okay? So who do I want to become? Now, I've written it in terms of as if it was the present, as if it's now. This is who I am now. Now that I have the thing that I want, it is happening now. So I've written I am as if it's in the present. And I encourage you to do the same thing if you're following me. Okay. So I am a woman who is in control of herself and her magic, her emotions, and her money. I am kind and compassionate, considerate of others' feelings without people pleasing. Because one of the things I know myself to be is somebody who pleases people above myself. I'm always was. I'm not doing that so much now. I'm really sort of checking myself before I do this people pleasing thing. Oh, they're more important than me, so therefore I've got to, show them I'm a really good girl and I can look after them. I can be in their corner. I don't do that so much anymore. Okay, I am discerning, intelligent, intuitive, truthful, focused, fun, and free. Yay! I'm a woman of integrity and high standards. So this is why I was worried about the integrity part of, I think it was it day 5 when I ran out of steam and I couldn't actually do my day 5 on day 5. One of the days, it really did bug me because integrity is one of my high values, but I've got to get over myself with that. Aiming to be a woman of integrity and high standards. I am striving to be as authentic as possible. Okay, so this is me being authentic, me, not putting on a show, just being me. So if we were in conversation over coffee, this is the me that you get. However, if we were in a coaching session, this is not the me that you get. You would get totally focused, really concentrating on the questions that I would be posing for you to answer. Focus on your journey. Focus on where you're at. Focus on what you've been through. Focus on helping you to heal. So I'll be a completely different person in a coaching session as to me being here now, right? Because we all are different identities and different people in different situations. I'd be different in front of my mom, as opposed to how I'd be with my sisters, as opposed to how I am with my children. So being in different states, in different identities, in different situations is not a problem. So long as you're authentic in those situations and you're being the best you can be in that situation, to me, that's authenticity. Okay? Where am I? I am wealthy and I have the intuition to help others who in need. What have I written here? I'm wealthy and I have the intuition to help others in need without overgiving of my time and my money. I'm not afraid to be vulnerable in the right way. My intentions are loving. So being wealthy, when I get to being wealthy, I want to be discerning. I want to be giving to the right people, looking after people with my money and my time in the right way. Okay? And coming from a place of love. I know when to hold back and who to trust with my heart instinctively. I have moral values. I will not sell myself cheap. I am a high value woman. I take care of my people regardless of how they perceive me, and I can help ease their pain. I teach people how to treat me respectfully. I would like to have a high value man by my side to travel this life journey together. I am willing to work with enthusiasm for good, clean causes. I am being a queen, presiding over my empire of love. I am a woman who is all right. So the queen thing is because there is a quiz that I've devised, which is on my website. Which dominant feminine archetype are you? Okay, and which dominant masculine archetype are you? So when you go through the quiz, you can come out with your archetype, and that's how you're navigating the world in your persona of a queen, a maiden, a warrior, a king, whatever that may be. So my result of the quiz was my archetype is queen, which I'm a queen. I don't business. Yeah, I'm a queen. I'm a woman who is a lover of adventure and spontaneity. I love good food. I love being. Oh, I can't read my writing. Oh, Lord. I love being healthy and vibrant. I love entertaining and parties and music and seeing people enjoy themselves. I love that. I love to see people being happy. I love my alone time also. I love my quiet time. When I've had my parties in the past and it's like, everybody's rocking down to 4 o'clock in the morning. And it's like, everybody, I've given everything, food, music, wine, everybody's happy. And then it gets to a point, it's like, oh, enough now. I want everyone to just go home now. I've had enough. That's it. Go home. But I don't say that. I just wait until everybody actually goes home. But it's a point as which is a tipping point where I've had enough of people and I just want my own time. And people think I'm an extrovert, but actually I'm an introvert. I'm very introverted. I like to be in my own space, in my own time, in my own, in my own little bubble. And I am actually quite shy, but I've learnt to actually be able to project myself, which is, I have to, because of, I have to let people know what I do in the world, so they can find me and I can help them. I'm a lover and not a fighter. I used to be a real fighter in the past. Everything I'd be arguing. Look at the hand. Talk to the hand. Don't talk. Talk to whatever. I'm the big, strong black woman. Blah blah blah. No, it doesn't serve you at all. Being calm within your own self, centering, breathing, and knowing that who you are. I don't need to show anybody anything and show off and be in anybody's space until I know one of my people are upset or being attacked or that need defending. Then I get into action. Then I'm a lioness. Don't trouble my people. Don't trouble my children. No. Just, yeah. Hold your quarters. All right. Okay. So I'm a lover, not a fighter. Except for when my important people need help. Then I'm a huntress. I love to study human behavior. I love people watching and watching myself, watching people and watching myself in certain situations and how I behave. Like I reflect back and think, okay, so you behaved in a certain way then. Who were you being in that situation? What did you gain from that? How did you operate in that situation? How are you projecting yourself? I like watching, interacting with the world and learning from that as well. I'm an A class, highly effective. I'm an A class, highly effective and wise life transformation coach. I am a super effective healer and EFT master. I am in love with who I am, faults and all. So all the blips and the mistakes I've made through reading all of that stuff, I don't care. I love who I am, and I'm so sorry I didn't rehearse all of this because it's not a lecture. It's just me sharing what I've written for my Module 1, Question 1. Decide to commit. Who do you want to become? Okay, so having said that, if you would like to join me, if you've got any comments about what I've just gone through, just put something in the comments, even if it's like, well, didn't really like what you did, or really want to get on board, or you need more practice, or the lighting was bad, whatever it is you decide you want to comment, please subscribe, please share. And my dear friend, you know who you are, who wanted to follow me. Well, this is this is the continuation of what I said I was going to do. Okay, so in the following videos, I'm going to go through all 5 questions one by one. You can take on board the question for your own self and do some journaling around it, do some workshopping around it, have discussions around it, whatever you want to do. And if you want to get in touch with me, DM me, and then we can maybe have a discussion about question 1, who do you want to become? It's all about the attributes more than, oh, I want to be, like I said in the end, I want to be an A-class coach. It's not more about the actual thing you want to be, it's about who do you want to become as a person, your attributes, your values, your perspective on life, your character. That's the kind of thing I'm looking for this answer. Who do you want to become? What kind of character you are? What kind of person has the things that you want in when you reach your North Star? What kind of character is that person? So this is what I believe I need to be that person, to have my retreats, my 5-bedroom house overlooking water in Costa Rica, where I run my retreats. Yeah. So that's it for now. So I think that's it. I don't have anything else to report apart from going to capture my cat. I've bought a cat cage. So I'm going to go over to the casita. I put some food out. Hopefully it will go into the cage and it will be here. So tomorrow you will see Tiggy on the video. If not, if he's not here, you won't see him. All right. Anyway, so yeah, good luck with all of that. And thank you so much for watching, so much for going through my 1096 and reaching day 11 with me. And yeah, I'm looking forward to your comments. Take care now. Bye.